one that wound you. You get blessed, you're going to thank him anyway. Then, hey, I praise the Most High. But what about when there's negative? And you think about, wow, you drew it to you because something that you did. Something that you thought. Something that you spoke. It's real. That's why you got to speak the truth. And some people here to tell them the truth hurt. But you got to think about it. Wow. If somebody loves you, and you're supposed to love who the Most High loved, and that's loving Jacob, then you got to tell them the truth, or their blood going to be on your hand. It's a lot of things that if you don't know, then if somebody telling you spiritually what time it is, you got to take heed to it. Or you're going to fall into his hands here. Exodus 34:14, for thou shalt worship no other power. For the Most High, whose name is jealous, is a jealous power. Say the Most High says this is where it's supposed to be. Nah. Everybody want to point the finger at you, but you saying what it is to make them better. At least I'm speaking to you about what's going to make you better. And not worse. Not so the Most High send them angels that's on this earth, waiting for the commandment of the Most High to destroy you of vengeance. It's coming down to that time. It's coming down to that time, y'all. Don't play around. Isaiah 49. Look at Isaiah 49:8. It says, thus said the Most High, in an acceptable time have I heard thee, and in the day of salvation have I helped thee, and I will preserve thee, and give thee for a covenant of the people, to establish the earth, to cause to inherit the desolate heritages, because he's going to burn this baby up. But this is our hope. This is our faith in the Most High. He's going to establish the earth for the children of Israel. He's going to restore the Israelites back on this earth in righteousness, those that's keeping his laws and commandments. That thou mayest say to the prisoners, go forth. To them that are in darkness, show yourselves. They shall feed in their ways, and their pastors shall be in all high places. They shall not hunger nor thirst, neither shall the heat nor sun smite them. For he that hath mercy on them shall lead them, even by the springs of water shall he guide them. And I will make all my mountains, all his kingdoms a way, and my highways shall be exalted. Yo, these shall come from far. We scattered among all these nations will come from far. And lo, these from the north and from the west, and these from the land of Shinar. Oh yes. You're going to gather from all four corners of the earth, man. You're going to come. Look at verse 22. Thus said the Most High Power, behold, I will lift up mine hand to the Gentiles. He will lift up his hand to the Gentiles, these other nations, and set up my standard to the people, set up a standard to us. Understand this Bible, to the people. We are people, the children of Israel. And they shall bring their sons in their arms. You hear that? They're going to bring our sons in their arms, and our daughters shall be carried upon their shoulders. And kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and their queens thy nursing mothers. They shall bow down to thee with their face toward the earth, and lick up the dust of thy feet. And thou shalt know that I am the Most High. For they shall not be ashamed that wait for me. That's what he's telling us. That's why we got to wait for him. We got to be at the same time repenting and keeping his laws, statutes, commandments. That's why he said in Isaiah 2 and 9, he said, I know thy works, Isaiah 2 and 9. He said, I know thy works, and tribulation, and poverty. But thou art rich. Now are the Jewish people in tribulation and poverty? No. But we rich, he said. So get Wisdom of Solomon 8 and 18. We rich. How are we rich? And great pleasure it is to have her friendship, and in the works of her hands are infinite riches. What is it talking about? Verse 1, wisdom. Wisdom. And great pleasure it is to have her friendship, to have wisdom's friendship. The proper application of knowledge, how to apply this knowledge into your life, brothers and sisters. It says, and in works of her hands are infinite riches. See that? In works of her hands are infinite riches. And in the exercise of conference with her, prudence. And in talking with her, a good report. I went about seeking how to take her to me, how to find wisdom. Beautiful. That's how we rich. Through the wisdom and understanding the Most High has given us of His Word. To learn it, to live it, and apply it in our life. Every day. So He says, going back to Revelation 2 and 9, I know thy works and tribulation, all the hell we catching, and poverty, never received anything for slavery, or there's only so much that so far you're going to reach in independence, entrepreneurship, before you got to deal with somebody coming in and trying to take what you have or control you. Look, we had our home in Rosewood. They came and killed us. Took away our city. Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma. We had it. So don't tell us about pick up your bootstraps and get it yourself. We have done it. Had everything going on. Y'all destroyed it. You bombed us. So now it's about the kingdom. We don't want anything here. This place is going to be eradicated, as it is written. But he said, hey, and I know the blasphemy. That's the filthy wicked act, the sins, the iniquity of them which say they are Jews and are not. The Jewish people today. Saying they're Jews, they are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Now, who is that? They're the synagogue of Satan. Revelation 3 and 9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, who are the Jewish people. They say they are Jews, but they're not. Because we the true ethnic and biblical Jews in this Bible. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come and worship before thy feet, and to know that I have loved thee. Thus say the Most High. So, that's why you look at how he's going to lick up the dust of our feet. This is what he's going to do to these nations. Because he only said he'll have mercy on Jacob. Show me where the Most High said he'll have mercy on any other nation. Any other nation. He only said he'll have mercy. He only said he'll have mercy on Jacob. That's it. See something. It's cold. You look at what's going on. Look at Isaiah 51 and verse 22. Thus said the Most High Power, and thy power that pleaded the cause of his people. He pleaded the cause of his people, the Israelites. Behold, I have taken out of thine hand the cup of trembling. He taken out of our hand the cup of trembling. Even the dregs of the cup of my fury. Thou shalt no more drink it again. This is the last time we got to deal with trembling that the Most High put upon us. In the dregs of the Most High's fury. Say we ain't going to drink it no more again. Listen what it said. But I will put it into the hand of them that afflict thee. He's going to put it into the hand of them that afflict us. That oppress us. Which have said to thy soul, bow down, that we may go over. And thou hast laid thy body as the ground, and as the street, for them that went over. It was a time in slavery where we walking down the street and say they just came from their churches, their first day of the week, pagan worship, and they can walk down the street. It's a puddle there, and you'd have to go in the puddle so they can walk over you. Or they're walking down the street and they'll stop, see you walking, see you got your Sunday best on, and you walking down the street, they'll stop in front of that puddle and then have you get in the puddle as they talk to you, call you a boy. And we're being shot down. And you're laying on the ground and just run right, just walk over right over you like you're not even there. Insignificant. That's why he said, they would have said to our soul. So, but I will put into the hand of them that afflict thee, which have said to thy soul. What are you going to do to them? His fury, his indignation. Bow down, that's what he said to us. Bow down, that we may go over. And thou hast laid thy body as the ground. You know what they call flatline? Dead. And as the street, because we on the street dead. To them that went over. But let's continue. Isaiah 52:1. It said, awake, awake, wake up, Israel. Lights, put on thy strength, O Jerusalem. Put on the powers and authority that the Most High has given us to his spirit to understand what we got to do in these last days. To be tapped into him, crying to the Most High. That's what they don't want you. They don't want you to be able to reach the Most High. Because once you reach him and you actually operating in righteousness, oh, you got spiritual power. Understand this. That's why he said, awake, awake. Why you got to say awake, awake? Because we in darkness. Majority of us in darkness. So we got to come out of the darkness so that as much as possible, we can shine forth as light and be illuminated by keeping his law, statutes, commandments, doing what he say do. And that's not hard. He said, 1 John 5:3 says, for this is the love of the Most High, that we keep his commandments. Commandments are not grievous. It's not to say something that grieves you. So enjoy this. Awake, awake, put on thy strength, O Zion, O 12 tribes of Israel. That's who Zion is. Put on thy beautiful garments, he said. See? He said, put on thy beautiful garments. That's Israelite garments. With the fringes and the ribbon of blue and decked out. Put on thy beautiful garments, O Jerusalem, the holy city. For henceforth they shall no more come unto thee, the uncircumcised and the unclean. These vile people and unclean and uncircumcised people that are not following the law, such commandments of the Most High, not going to be around us. Period. He says, shake thyself from the dust. Get your mind out of that lower state. No matter what condition you're in, get your mind out of the lower state, knowing that you the chosen people of the Most High. We broke his law, so therefore we suffer it. We're being oppressed. But there's only a certain amount of time that he's going to do that. That's why he said, who's going to rouse him up? We're going to be roused up. He said, shake thyself from the dust. Come out of that lower state, he said. Arise, arise, come Yasharallah, and sit down, O Jerusalem. Loose thyself from the bands of thy neck. What's on your neck? Your head? Because you ain't got no irons on your neck unless you're in prison. You know what I mean? You're in jail or something. We talking about those that are not in chains and shackles. We have our mind to think. Loose thyself from the bands of thy neck, O captive daughter of Zion. See, we in captivity. No matter if we in prison or we out of prison, we still in captivity. You got to take the stronghold that he's put upon us in his religions and believe in a certain way and not really dealing with, I mean, a lot of people, they look at all these other books, but just handle the Bible and say, show me what this talking about. They don't want to know this. You can read all the books you want to. It's not going to save you. You're going to be delivered. If you don't know him, you don't know the Most High, you only know him through, thus said the Most High is what's written here. You think it's null and void? It don't mean anything? You got another book to compare to this? No. You can compare anything else to this. Let me show you. Let me continue. For thus say the Most High Power, you have sold yourself for naught. So we sold ourselves for nothing. And you shall be redeemed without money. Ain't no money going to be able to save us. I don't care how much money you accumulate in this earth. You ain't going to be able to, people will try to buy their way to the kingdom. No, we don't need your money. We got streets paved with gold. So how do you think the house is going to be? That's why my secretary said, hey, my father's house is many mansions. He said, if it wasn't so, I'd tell you. Not no mansion like we see here. Streets paved in gold. We got asphalt. Brick. We talk about solid gold. The best gold of Ophir. The street we're going to walk on, soft gold. See-through. I mean, like, man, it's going to be beyond our imagination. Look. He said we're going to be redeemed without money. Verse 6. Therefore my people shall know my name. See? We're going to know his name. Therefore they shall know in that day that I am he that does speak. Behold, it is I. We're going to know his name. He told us his name is, one name he said his name is the power of Abraham, power of Isaac, the power of Jacob. See, this is my name forever, the memorial to all generations. Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel. Verse 5, he said, now therefore what have I here, said the Most High, that my people is taken away for naught, that my people is taken away for nothing. They that rule over them make them to howl. Yeah, we always hollering out. We better holler to the Most High, cry to the Most High. Every time you look around, one of us dying. We hollering, crying to the Most High, seeing death. That affected everybody, seeing that Edom might have his knee on George Floyd's neck, making sure he died. Now therefore, verse 5, what have I here, said the Most High, that my people is taken away for naught, for nothing? They that rule over them make them to howl, said the Most High, and my name continually every day is blasphemed. You know? It says his name every day is blasphemed. Therefore my people shall know my name. Therefore they shall know it in that day that I am he that does speak. Behold, it is I. We're going to know it's the Most High. And we're going to know his name as we know his name now. But think about it. Think about it. if they knew his real name, because every time something happened, oh, Jesus Christ, they would be calling out his name. Cold, cold, cold. Look at Isaiah 65 and 6. Behold, it is written before me, I will not keep silence, but I will recompense into their bosom. You say you're going to keep silent, you're going to pay them back. Your iniquities and the iniquities of your fathers together, said the Most High, which have burned incense upon the mountains, and blasphemed me upon the hills. Remember say blaspheme his name every day? Therefore will I measure their former work into their bosom. You would say, therefore will I measure their former work into their bosom. That's when you go to Isaiah 14:21. It's judgment. Isaiah 14:21. You're going to measure their former works into their bosom. Isaiah 14:21. Prepare slaughter for his children. Why? For the iniquity of their fathers. That's what he say, you're going to measure what their forefathers have done. For the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. Because, I mean, that's just fair. I mean, oh, that's not right, that's not right. Well, look what happened to us. Lamentations 5 and 7. Our fathers is our fathers. Our forefathers have sinned and are not. They're not here because you like to say, oh, it wasn't us, it was them. No, our forefathers have sinned and are not. And we have borne their iniquities. We carried their iniquities. So now, that's why when you see most of that saying, Isaiah 14:21, prepare slaughter for his children. Because we were slaughtered. But what our forefathers done, still being slaughtered. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, for the wickedness of your fathers, that they do not rise, nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities. Exodus 21:16. There's a reason for everything. Exodus 21:16. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. We stolen on the west coast of Africa, brought over here to America, put on auction blocks, and sold. And even before that, in 1492, you came to the shores of Central America. In all other places, 70 AD, we were sold. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him was sold on auction blocks in slavery. Or if he be found in his hand, we still here, in your hand, in their hands, he shall surely be put to death. So, that's the judgment. You see, our people are caught up in all these different religions, and you can't be cleaned. You can't be cleaned up because you're always saying you're going to lose your religion. You never had no real religion that would be according to this Bible. Look at Isaiah 34:16. Hallelujah. Isaiah 34:16. Seek ye out of the book of the Most High, this Bible, and what? And read. See, they say you want to keep something much, you put it where? In the book. So you can read all these other books, but you don't read this Bible with understanding. It says, seek ye out of the book of the Most High, the Bible, and read. Say, no one of these shall fail. None shall want her mate. You can't match any book with the Bible. Bring it forth. Y'all got all these other books, say this book of life, book of the dead is book of life. The Quran, whatever book you have, bring it forth and let's compare them with topics, prophecy. You won't find it. Go back and show us, identify who we are from a certain catalyst event that would happen, like when you read Deuteronomy 28:68. And the Most High shall bring thee into Egypt with me, captivity, slavery, and bondage again, another time with ships. What people came into captivity, slavery, and bondage on slave ships? Just identifying us as the children of Israel. By the way where I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And as a nation, we haven't seen our homeland of Israel, or you want to say Africa either. And there, when you go on these ships, you're going to be sold into your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, slave men and slave women. And no man shall buy you. Buy is an old medieval word which means to save or redeem. And no man going to save us. Only the Most High. Look, Isaiah 34:35 and 8. And an highway shall be there, and a way, and it shall be called the way of holiness. The unclean shall not pass over it. Ain't nobody that's sinners, you're not going to pass over it. You that say you ain't under the law, not keeping the law, you ain't going over this way. But it shall be for those, the wayfaring men. Though thou fools shall not err therein. No lion shall be there. No lion gonna be in the way that we going to the kingdom on our way. No lion shall be there. Nor any ravenous beast shall go up thereon. It shall not be found there. But the redeemed shall walk there. The redeemed is the 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel. And the ransom, that's another name for the 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel. The ransom of the Most High shall return and come to Zion with songs and everlasting joy upon their heads. They shall obtain joy and gladness, and sorrow and sighing shall flee away. And we finish. Isaiah 51:11. Isaiah 51:11. Don't that sound great? 51, that's why it's all worth it. Isaiah 51:11. Therefore the redeemed of the Most High shall return and come with singing unto Zion, and everlasting joy shall be upon their head. They shall obtain gladness and joy, and sorrow and mourning shall flee away. Even I am he that comforteth you. Who art thou that thou shouldest be afraid of a man that shall die, and of the Son of Man which shall be made as grass? And forgetteth the Most High thy Maker, that has stretched forth the heavens and laid the foundations of the earth, and has feared continually every day because of the fury of the oppressor, as if he were ready to destroy? And where is the fury of the oppressor? That he said, hey, where is he at now? Where is he at now? This is where he's at. As it is written, Job. Go to Job. (20:5). Where's the oppressor? He's saying, as we go into Zion singing and having a good time. He says, verse 4, Job 20:4, say, knowest thou not that this of old, since the man was placed upon earth, that the triumph of the wicked is short, A short time. And the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment, though his excellency mount up to the heavens, and his head reach unto the clouds, yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? That's what he just asked. Where is he? Where is the oppressor? They're going to say, where is he? Where'd he go? He shall fly away as a dream, and shall not be found. Yeah, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall this place any more behold him. His children shall seek to please the poor. Like you see them out there now. Prophecy. His children shall seek to please the poor, and his hands shall restore their goods. His hands will restore everything that we have. Don't be concerned about the reparation, because Obadiah 17. It's going to happen. What happened in our time and not, this is going to happen. Obadiah 17. But upon Mount Zion, upon the Israelites, 12 tribes of Israel shall be deliverance. Over and over again, we're going to be delivered. We're going to be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us. And there shall be holiness. And the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. Whose possession we going to possess? Verse 1. The vision of Obadiah. Thus said the Most High concerning Edom. The Edomites, so-called white man's possessions. That's what it's saying. So, that's the good news. That's why when you look at the judgment that's coming, Lamentations 4:22. Most High is a just power. Lamentations 4:22. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. That's why he said it in hold that, get Isaiah 40:1. Isaiah the 40th chapter, first verse. Say, comfort ye, my people, said the Most High, said your power. The power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He said, speak ye comfortably to Jerusalem. Speak ye comfortably to the 12 tribes of Israel. Inquire unto her that her warfare is accomplished. See that? Her warfare is accomplished. That her iniquity is pardoned. For she hath received of the Most High's hand double for all her sins. So we receive double for all our sins, right? So that's why he's going to say that to the Edomites, who was the rulers of the world in the last days. In Lamentations 4:22, the punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. That's why he say, comfort ye. Most High has pardoned our iniquity. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. This is it. You read Deuteronomy 28:68, that's it. I just quoted it for you. That's it. Coming into captivity, slavery, and bondage on them ships, that's it. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion, 12 tribes of Israel. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. What is he going to do? He will visit thine iniquity. He's going to visit the iniquity, O daughter of Edom, of the Edomites. The so-called Caucasian people, who will be the superpower of earth at the end of the world, it says. He will discover thy sins. He's going to discover their sins. So when you discover their sins, go to Revelations 18. So remember he said he gave us double? So he's going to discover their sins. Revelation 18. And verse 10. No, I don't want 10 yet. Verse 6. Revelation 18:6. Reward her even as she rewarded you. And double. See that? And double unto her, double according to her works. See? So reward her even as she rewarded you. And double unto her, double according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. We got double. The chosen people of the Most High. So it's not, would it not be fair to give them double? How much she hath glorified herself and lived deliciously. So much torment and sorrow give her. For she said in her heart, I sit a queen, and am no widow, and shall see no sorrow. Nobody powerful enough to come against me, she's saying. Therefore shall her plagues, and we see plagues on the earth right now, come in one day. Death. I mean, they're talking about 1,000 people died of coronavirus in one day. Death and mourning, crying, and famine. Gonna be food shortages. You see already, it says a short supply of the meat. Famine. And she shall be utterly burned with fire. For strong is the Most High power who judges her. See? And the kings of the earth who have committed fornication and lived deliciously with her shall bewail her. They will be crying and lamenting for her when they shall see the smoke of her burning. See? They're going to stand, think about all the money that they're making, and now ain't nothing happening. But see, the Most High, there's a reason why, all this is going down, because as you see right now, enough is enough. Even their own kids saying enough is enough. And the own people said enough is enough, man. But is it enough to stop what the scriptures say concerning what the Most High say he's going to do? Listen, there's a reason why. Obadiah, go to the book of Obadiah. Obadiah's 21 verses concerning Edom. Verse 1, the vision of Obadiah. Thus said the Most High power concerning Edom. Okay, that we'll just need that little. Verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, for their violence against their brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. Why? In the day that thou stoodest on the other side, in the day that the strangers carried away captives his forces, went into captivity on all these nations, and foreigners entered into his gates, and cast lots upon Jerusalem, even thou was as one of them. You was joined right with them. But thou shouldst not have looked on the day of thy brother in the day that he became a stranger. Neither shouldst thou rejoice over the children of Judah in the day of their destruction. Neither shouldst thou have spoken proudly in the day of distress. Thou shouldst not have entered into the gate of my people in the day of their calamity. Yeah, thou shouldst not have looked on their affliction in the day of their calamity, nor have laid hands on their substance in the day of their calamity. Neither shouldst thou have stood in the crossway to cut off those of his that did escape. Cut us off. Say, here they are right here. You couldn't escape. Neither shouldst thou have delivered up those of his that did remain in the day of distress. Look at 1 Maccabees 4:45. That's what they did. It said, thou also have vowed to build up the temple which the Edomites burned when Judea was made desolate by the Chaldeans. We went into captivity under the Chaldeans, the Ethiopians. The Edomites burned down our temples, man. We went into captivity, slavery, and bondage, like right here in this them right here. They were the superpower of the earth when the Mashiach Shai walked the earth. They're the ones that put him to death. So-called white man put him to death. Look, he said in Luke 21:20, he said, and when you shall see Jerusalem compassed with armies, we're in Jerusalem in Israel. He said, when you see our city, Jerusalem compassed with armies, what armies? The Roman armies, the Roman legions, the so-called white man's armies. Then know that the desolation thereof is nigh. Know that the desolation thereof is near. This prophecy he's given us. This happened about, say, 30-something years later. Like, we're waiting for the prophecy to happen that we know that's over, man, who knows how many thousands of years old. But we know it's going to happen. Because we see them coming back to back to back. Those that have eyes to see and ears to hear and know this truth. Know what it is that's going to happen. He said, then let them which are in Judea flee to the mountains. That's when we fled into Africa in 70 AD. And let them which are in the midst of it depart out. And let not them that are in the countries enter therein. Don't go back. Why? For these be the days of vengeance. Remember? These be the days of vengeance, that all things which are written where? In the Old Testament may be fulfilled. All things that are written may be fulfilled. He told us verse 24, and they shall fall by the edge of the sword, and shall be led away captive into all nations. This is what they did. That's what the Most High said He's going to get them. And shall be led away captive into all nations, and Jerusalem shall be trodden down of the Gentiles until the times of the Gentiles be fulfilled. Hear that? Until the times of the Most High said that their time is fulfilled. Thus said the Most High. Through my shot. 70 AD, they went into our temple, and they have pictures of it. Taking all our gold. We fell at 70 AD. That's why it tells us in Romans 11 and 11, it says, I say then, Romans 11:11, have they stumbled that they should fall? Most I forbid, but rather through their fall, when we fell, the 70 AD salvation is come unto the Gentiles for to provoke them to jealousy, as he told us in Deuteronomy 32:21. Salvation, power, and authority came to the Gentiles to provoke them to jealousy. Not to follow them, be the riches of the world. They got rich. They still looking for Solomon's mines and so forth. They came into our temple, they got all our gold and silver. I mean, they got rich. Not to follow them, be the riches of the world, and to diminish of them the riches of the Gentiles. I mean, how much would we diminish and come into captivity, slavery, and bondage and working for all these many hundreds of years? And they reaped all the benefits from free labor and slavery. How much more their fullness? How much more are they going to get? The Most High know. He knows. And he said, giving us the clues in this Bible. Look at Ezekiel 35. It's Ezekiel 35. In verse 1, it says, Moreover, the word of the Most High came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against this. I'm here because it tells you in 2 Ezra 6 and 9, for Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob's the beginning of it that followed. We got next, forever and ever. But we got to know about who it is that's ruling in this world. Moreover, the word of the Most High came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it. Now, who is this Mount Seir? Because mount means mountain. So wherever it is, would have to be a mountain